We finally got our first set images of the 2023 LEGO Star Wars sets. Hey guys, so for the longest time now we've been waiting to see the 2023 LEGO Star Wars sets, and today is the day, not the official reveal. If you'll remember yesterday I did do a video on when that official reveal will be, which it is now rumored to be December 17th, which is very late, way later than normal, like a month later. But today, of course, somebody has actually found these sets in stores and showed us some pictures and actually purchased one of the sets, and then from the back of the instructions we've seen the other set, so it's very lucky there when we're getting into all of that. And I also have some news on the Polybag set. Credit where credit is due, these were put out by Lifebrick Studios, who was sent them by a follower of his named Nicholas. But quickly we got to talk about the unrelated news, which is the Polybag set 30654, which is actually going to be an X-Wing starfighter. Now everyone was thinking it was going to be the TIE Bomber, but it's kind of breaking that tie and it's going to be an X-Wing starfighter. And it's actually a Return of the Jedi anniversary set, so it's got a little emblem in the corner. There was an image that leaked, I'm not going to show it. You aren't missing out on much though, trust me. There's a big sticker on top of it and it's really bad quality. Like seriously, it's exactly like this Polybag here, except just updated for 2023 using a lot of modern LEGO parts. It's also coming out January 1st, but of course it's not the most interesting thing, and yeah, without further ado, here is set 75344, the Boba Fett Starship Microfighter. This will have 85 pieces and retail for $9.99 US. You can probably tell from the box art, this is based on the Book of Boba Fett and features a Boba Fett minifigure, the same one that was in Boba Fett's Palace and the Slave One. However, the antenna is missing for some reason. Obviously it's so that he can actually fit in the Slave One, but instead of working around it, they just didn't include it in the set, which, I mean, I kind of think it's lazy, but if the set looks better overall, I guess I don't mind it and I prefer it. I don't know, it's just a weird thing to do that this is now technically a different variant to those other figures, just very much a worse version. The other interesting thing is that flickfire missiles are back. Instead of stud shooters, there are actual flickfire missiles, and they aren't like red tipped or anything. They're like actually made to look like the guns, which I guess I don't mind. They look kind of better that way. I don't know, it's just weird to see them back after so long of them not being used. And weirdly enough, this isn't actually the only set in this wave to include them. There is another one which we'll get to, but it's just really weird to see them come back for 2023 when they are like seemingly outdated by now. Overall, I honestly don't know what I really think of it. It's a microfighter, so the proportions are off, but it just looks like more off than normal, I guess. It's just the windshield is way longer, which I guess makes sense. Like, it's just fine for what it is. It's expected. It was gonna look like this, so like, I don't really mind it or care. I'm not gonna be getting this set. The only real reason to get this set is if you really like microfighters, or you need that Boba Fett minifigure, in which case, yeah, here's the way to get it. Hopefully you have some more antennas in your collection though. More interesting set though, and definitely the most hype one of the wave, is set 75354, the 501st Clone Troopers Battle Pack, which is the name they're going for, with 119 pieces retailing for $20 US. This one turned out quite well, and obviously the minifigures are again the draw to this set. The build though, I will quickly highlight. I mean, it's good. Like, I think this is the best AV7 cannon we've got in this almost microfightery form, but it actually looks like an AV7 cannon, which is appreciated. The spring-loaded shooter is nice to see in a battle pack, it always is. It's never really included, but it's just a cool thing built into such a big build, I guess. There's also maybe some new pieces that I don't recognize. It looks like an inverted version of another piece, but it also looks like that doesn't look right. Like, otherwise it's an inverted cheese slope, but that also doesn't look right. I don't know, I'm just interested in seeing how this piece turns out. There is also another piece of note which we'll get to, but that leads into minifigures, so we'll just talk about minifigures now. And wow, I mean, to me these figures did not disappoint. I know that they can be better with, yeah, skirts and whatever, but like, this is what I was expecting, and they didn't disappoint for my expectations. Like, they're never going to be CAC level quality. This is the LEGO quality version that you'll be getting, and they look cool for that. We'll start off from left to right. So first of all, the sniper, there is actually a new piece there for the visor, which you can see here how it attaches, and it looks really good. I love that they did that and included that. They didn't have to, but it just looks really, really cool. Trooper itself also has some really cool markings on the torso in like sand or yellow, I don't know, but it just looks really, really cool and it's just like a nice differentiation. Other clones in your 501st army. The next minifigure is what they call a 501st officer, and it's the one that uses this like rangefinder here. They're all in blue, just like the 212th Trooper thing in the ATT, how those ones are orange. These are all blue. I mean, I prefer grey, but again, I have a lot of grey antennas in my collection, so I can change it out if I want. I mean, the printing is different here the most, apart from, of course, the heavy, but, like, it looks good. I do like this figure. There is an interesting error, though, which is either an error or an interesting step. So this is to do with the helmet holes, which, if you recall, last year LEGO added new holes to the side of the helmets above the previous holes, which looked kinda weird. But this time, the rangefinders are shown in all images that are shown here in the old holes, which is just, it's physically impossible. So did they change the helmet and add two separate holes? Yeah, this is either false advertising on LEGO's part, which I think is a pretty scummy move, or it's a rendering error. I'm honestly not sure which one it is. Maybe it is false advertising and they'll use the excuse of a rendering error, we'll have to see. You can even clearly see on this instruction page that the holes are not filled in. Like, I mean, it's not clear in the way that it kind of you can see it, but like, I'm pretty sure that those holes are filled in. In the final minifigure, there are two of, which is the 501st Heavy Trooper. These, in my opinion, look the best. They have the backpacks and really cool guns, as well as the visors which cover the helmet holes. Now, we don't get a clear look at the backpacks, but they seem to use a normal bracket piece, and then have a stud on the back, which from rumors we know has a Republic logo on it. But also that torso print looks really cool, and overall I just really like this figure. Definitely my favorite of the bunch, but overall all of these are pretty good. So yeah, I'll say this set is pretty good. The box art shows them on what seems to be Naboo, but I believe it's Yobana. You can see the bridge in the background from the beginning of the Siege of Mandalore. It's just a really nice box art. I'll also mention that according to Promo Bricks it was meant to have the 20th anniversary of Clone Wars logo, but that's just not present on this box, so I don't know either that was a false rumor or they took it off last minute. But yeah, I mean, here it is. It's a very nice set. Definitely one to get at least one or two of. The final set, we do not have an image of the box, however we saw this from the back of the instructions of the first set purchased, and here's the TIE Bomber. This one is the one that I don't know if I like or not. I'm the most split on this right now. It's just not what I was expecting, like mostly to do with that canopy. It's not the normal TIE canopy that has that windshield piece. It's a new designed one, and I mean it kind of looks quite sleek. And I don't know whether or not this will be carried over into other TIE designs, but I mean, I think this is the kind of thing where it looks quite clean. Sure, it would look nice on display, and I mean, it's just great to see a TIE bomber again since 2003. You can see stud shooters there as well, and I guess maybe a big cannon on the other thing. It's not shown shooting. I guess we'll have to wait and see what that one's for, but it is open, so it seems like it can shoot some sort of thing there. You can also see underneath that 3 yellow bombs can be dropped, so there is a bombing function. And again, those are flick-fire missiles. They're not, of course, going to be flick-fire missiles, but the flick-fire missile piece is returning. As for minifigures, the rumors we got were true. There are 4 included, being Rey Sloane, Darth Vader, a TIE Pilot, and a Gonk Droid. The Darth Vader and TIE Pilot are just repeats apparently, like they look fine. Funny thing with blurry leaks is that you can never tell if Darth Vader has arm printing or not. I really can't tell if it's a reflection or he has arm printing there. It kinda looks like a reflection, but I do hope he does have arm printing. The Gonk Droid at the end there is okay. Like, I don't know, I prefer the design in, say, the Skywalker Saga. This one's just really okay, but it does have an Empire logo on the side, which I really love. That just sounds really cool to me, and I honestly love that for that Gonk Droid alone. And then the final figure there on the very left is Admiral Rey Sloane, who is not in a white outfit. It's just a basic Imperial one, which, I mean, makes sense for the timeline, of course. And I mean, she just looks good. Like, it's a fine minifigure. The white one would have been extraordinary, but of course, for the grey outfit that she has, I mean, it's just okay. She has a normal hairpiece, a normal head print. I'm interested in seeing if they credit her as Rey Sloane or just Imperial Officer, because since it's not that white outfit, it's not as specific to her, I guess. So I could see them literally just saying Imperial Officer. Whether or not this is inspired on Rey Sloane, we will maybe not even know. To me though, it's clear that the minifigures are not the selling point of this set. They're just kinda basic, but the build itself is the selling point. And I mean, to me personally, I have no idea what I think of this. As I said, I'm probably not going to be getting this one on January 1st, and maybe wait later just to see. because it's just kind of weird to me. I need to get used to that cockpit. Will say I said the same thing last year with the Hoth ATSD and I came around to like that set. This one though, I will admit, I definitely like more than when I first saw the Hoth ATST, and I'm sure while I'm not going to get the Hoth ATST, I probably will get this one. Definitely wait for reviews on this one though, which should be coming either 17th or after that. We'll have to wait and see. I will also lastly mention that for my opinion, I've never loved the TIE Bomber as a ship itself. It's like kinda ugly, it just looks weird, but this model I think captures it really well and accurately. So yeah, that's it for the 2023 sets. News on 4 sets there. Of course, remember we also have the Tusken Raider Brickheads coming out on that day. No Endor 5-pack though, that's coming out in May. So yeah, we've now basically seen all of our 2023 January sets, which is great. Of course though, we'll have to wait for more images just to see more on these sets, because there is still a lot to see. But yeah, please let me know your thoughts down below. What ones are you interested in? Have these surpassed your expectations, or are they kind of disappointing you? However, yeah, that'll be all for today. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please remember to like and subscribe. That'll be all, folks. Goodbye.